Enzo Fernandez is a football phenomenon who many came to know after his wonderful performances at the World Cup last year. With his golazo in his World Cup debut and the way he bossed the midfield for Argentina whenever he played, Enzo quickly became one of the most exciting youngsters in world football. But you already knew that, didn't you? But these are the 10 things you didn't know about Enzo Fernandez. The last one will shock you. Let's get to it. Number 1. He earned his boyhood club a huge paycheck. When Enzo Fernandez completed his move to Chelsea, he helped his boyhood club make some serious money. Chelsea splurged 120 million euros to get the boy in the January transfer window from Benfica. Well, not all of that money will be going to Benfica. Some of it will be going to his childhood club, River Plate. See, Enzo was at River Plate until 2022 when he moved to Benfica. Following that move to Europe, the Argentine club did something which, in retrospect, was a master stroke. They included a 25% sell-on fee, which will now land them 35 million euros from Enzo's recent move to Chelsea. That number is a record transfer windfall for the Argentine club. Number 2. He played for 2 teams at the same time. Many of us have had to work 2 jobs at the same time, and we know just how very demanding that is. Well, Enzo Fernandez is familiar with that feeling too. The kid started out at Club La Recova in Buenos Aires, where he grew up. He was a rising star even at the young age of 5. So, River Plate, a bigger club in the same city, took notice. They wanted him ASAP and couldn't wait. They quickly signed him up at their academy, and believe it or not, after they signed him, he still continued playing for Club La Recova. Crazy, right? This kid literally had to split his time playing for both teams while he was still a kid. Sometimes he'd even play for both clubs on the same night. Craziness on a different level. Playing for 2 teams on the same night was definitely no easy feat. I mean, think about the logistics alone. 5-year-old Enzo would go play for River Plate, and as soon as he finished there, his Recova entourage would be on standby to take him to the next venue across the city. And if they were running late, Recova would turn off the floodlights in the stadium to delay the kickoff. That's how important Enzo was to them. And I'll remind you, he was just 5 years old. Let that sink in. Number 3. He is named after a footballer. Enzo was born into a football crazy family. His father especially was so into football that he named his son after his favorite footballer, Enzo Francescoli, a former Uruguay international who is regarded as one of the finest South American footballers of all time. I know, it's pretty crazy that an older Argentinian wanted to name his son after his favorite footballer, and the son's name isn't Diego, right? But the catch is that Francescoli played with River Plate for 6 years, and after retirement, he came back to Argentina to coach the club. That's exactly how the Uruguayan was able to steal the hearts of thousands of Argentinians in that era, especially the ones who grew up in Buenos Aires. So, even before Enzo knew what a ball was, his father had already set out his path by giving him that name. Number 4. He convinced Messi to come out of retirement. In 2016, Messi made the tough decision to step away from international play following Argentina's heartbreaking penalty shootout loss to Chile in the Copa America final. Of course, we know that Messi eventually made a turnaround and returned to the team, going on to win trophies with the national team, including the World Cup with Enzo. But during that tournament, a very emotional open letter to Messi surfaced on the internet, which apparently had been written by a 16-year-old Enzo Fernandez. Here's some parts of it that are really touching. How are we going to convince you if we could not understand that you are a human being, a person with unmatched talent, the best player on the planet, but a person anyway? How are we going to convince you if we don't stop for a second to realize that you are not responsible for the anger that losing brings us, which often has more to do with our own frustrations that arise? Let's look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what if we demand ourselves 1% of what we demand of this boy that we don't even really know? Damn, he can play football and write too? Give him the Nobel Prize ASAP. Now, we're not certain Messi saw Enzo's post, but we remember that he mentioned that he came out of retirement back then because he did not want young boys in Argentina to think it was okay to just give up on their dreams. He would then go on to achieve ultimate success with those young boys around him. Now that's a beautiful full circle moment right there. Number 5. He dominated the Portuguese Primeira Liga. Enzo joined Benfica in August 2022, and he put up many fine performances in the league that he won the Primeira Liga Midfielder of the Month award for that month and for every other month until he left the club except September. Now, that's what you call dominance. The boy came in and made other midfielders look unqualified. No wonder he cost an arm and a leg. You can literally see what Chelsea saw in him. And considering he was named man of the match in just his second appearance for Chelsea, you have to say they have begun to see returns on their investment. list. Number 6. He is one of the most versatile midfielders in world football. The first introduction most people had of Enzo was him scoring that worldie against Mexico at the World Cup. It was like something from a video game, I can't lie. Such a good curler that people thought he was a winger. In the next match, he played as a deep-lying midfielder and helped protect the back four in an important match versus Poland. Other times, he played as a central midfielder, controlling the ebb and flow of the game. Then, fast forward to his first game for Chelsea, he played as a defensive midfielder and looked very comfortable there. And in his second game, he played further up and was named man of the match after dominating the midfield in the London Derby. His mix of control, aggression, and finesse makes him a perfect fit in a number of different positions on the pitch. Central, defensive, and attacking midfield, he'll run the show. He can even assume a free role or be a supporting striker if you need him to. And if the manager's back is up against the wall, I'm sure he can use Enzo as a center back too. He's that versatile. Number 7. He was trained by an Argentine legend. In the 2020 through 2021 season, Enzo was loaned out to Argentine club Defensa y Justicia in order to get more playing time than he was seeing at River Plate at that time. At Defensa, he played under Argentine legend and former Chelsea player Hernan Crespo. The Gaffer played him in the defensive midfield role, and he became a revelation. He soon became a starter and then went on to help the club win the Copa Sudamericana in 2020 and then the Recopa Sudamericana in 2021. Enzo grew so much under Crespo that River Plate could not wait until the season was over to call him back from his loan spell. He returned to his childhood club and instantly walked into the starting 11. Number 8. Messi called him spectacular. When Messi says you're spectacular at 21, just know you're special. After Enzo scored that beauty of a goal against Mexico, Messi had this to say about him. I know Enzo very well, here from the national team, and I also played against him in the Champions League. He's a spectacular kid and a very important player for us. I'm very happy for him and for us, because the goal he scored gave us peace of mind in the game. Bro, if Messi ever called me spectacular or said things like this about me, I'd make that interview my ringtone for my entire life. Number 9. Football saved his life. Enzo grew up poor with parents who were trying to care for 5 children with their menial painting and cleaning job. They could barely get by and pretty much lived from hand to mouth. His siblings had to work menial jobs to assist their parents, but Enzo found football as early as 4 years old and focused on it, and that was what saved him. Number 10. He is a father. Almost everyone in the football world calls Enzo a kid because he's still so young, but the truth is that this guy is actually a whole dad and husband. Oh yes, he's married to Valentina Cervantes, and they had a daughter together in 2020. So he had a child when he was just a teenager. Anyway, sorry ladies, Enzo Fernandez is officially off the market. Well, there you have it. 10 things you didn't know about Enzo Fernandez. Which of them blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments.